Hey guys, this is Chesney Hawks here. You are watching My Hammers 11 with the one and only Russ.
Hi everybody, Russ of My Hammers 11. Hope you're all safe and well. I think Cheerful Craig's going to need to come out today. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell icon so you're made aware anytime we put new content on. As always, I'd like to thank our lovely channel sponsors, Untuck It. Check them out in the description below. So, okie dokie. Let's get the pleasantries off. Hope everyone had a lovely weekend. Lots of Easter eggs eaten and whatnot, and just a nice relaxing time. Yes, so some news has just come out. Yeah, okay. So anyway, Cheerful Craig's here because we still got a game tonight. We still got a game. And it's still not over. Still not over. You know what I mean? Perspective Pete is still here. You know, we can do Wolves. We can still do Wolves without Mr. Rice, I think. And there's plenty of ways to cover it. So look, let's just enjoy the show today. Let's just enjoy the show today, shall we? Good old Perspective Pete, just keeping things in perspective, everybody. Anyway, let's see. We got loads of people already commenting, so thank you from about half an hour ago. So there we go. Yeah, apparently he's out for tonight. So yeah, really bad news. Duke, hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're well. Week to go before the pubs open for Duke. That's fantastic. Paul Davis, top. That's it. That's all you need to say, my friend. That's all you need to say. It does seem that he is going to be out for today and possibly for 2 games at least. So, yeah, frustrating. But we've been lucky. We have been lucky all season, haven't we? In terms of those two haven't got injured. Yeah, those two have played every minute of every game, apart from Souček, who got sent off that last minute against Fulham. So they've played the whole season, you know, and I mean, Deck's played over 50 plus Premier League consecutive games because he played all season, last season as well, didn't he? So frustrating, really frustrating, particularly if news is to be believed that he took the knock and he carried on playing. But look, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. We can stay here, stew about it, or we can be positive, or we can be cheerful, or put things into perspective. And it might give people like Connor Coventry a chance to shine. It can give people like Fornals a chance to shine in the middle as well. So, you know, there's going to be... Boys would have known about this for a few days. So hopefully it's not going to be just sprung at him today. Charlie, hope you're my friend. Duvet, good afternoon to you, sir. We got here Jakey boy, good afternoon. Lots of Easter eggs, I hope, Jake. Rick, hope you're well. How did the match go on Saturday, mate? How did it go? Did it go swimmingly, I hope? I haven't heard anything bad in terms of team news, so that's good ahead of tonight. Yeah, I mean, if I've missed nothing. No, I just see. Side might be well. Oh, come on, Gary. It's not like, right, again, it isn't like we're going to be, you know, it's not going to mean, we're going to get relegated, is it? We're not going to get relegated. So it's a frustration. It's a frustration because where we could have been. If it means at the end of the day that Deck would have been playing and we could have been in Europe, great. But if we finish 10th, 11th, look, it's a massive improvement on last season. It's frustration, granted, real frustration. But in my opinion, it's not the end of the world as we know it. So let's see. And who knows? It's games like this when our back's against the wall that something happens. Do you know what I mean? And if it's the emergence of someone like Connor or Fornals in the middle, Noble, if he plays, will be playing a more sort of defensive role as well, which is not bad. You know, I don't like him when he's more attacking, but if he just stands there and sits in front of the back four, that's not bad. That's not bad. If it means good Souček a bit more license to go forward and break into the box more. As I said, cheerful Russ is here. Cheerful Craig, rather. Luke's going to stew and be miserable. Thanks. There we go. Fair enough. On the brighter side, Fornals fully fit. That's a huge plus for us. Frustration that Rice is out because him is obviously is pivotal to the team. But I think Fornals is not as pivotal as Rice, but he's definitely up there in my opinion. So maybe they're still carrying the April Fools. Maybe it's a bank holiday, April Fool's. It's not, yeah. So we'll see. I think we've got enough for today. Leicester will be interesting. Leicester's going to be an interesting game because that midfield of Tielemans and Ndidi against Souček and Rice would have been a really, really, really good battle. I think we've got enough for Wolves personally, but Fornals will be really important next. He will be, and there's no surprise. The last two games with Declan Rice playing and Thomas Souček, we lost against Man United, and we should have won that game, or should have got at least a point. The Arsenal game, we were 3-0 up with Declan Rice and Thomas Souček, and conceded 3 goals. The contributing factor, I think, is not having that third man in there, that Fornals in there. So I think he's going to be pivotal to us for our rest of our season, that's for sure. And, they say 2-match minimum he could be out. Some people say 6 weeks. No, we don't know. We don't even know the extent of the injury fully. It's all hearsay, isn't it? So unfortunately, until 7:15 tomorrow, tonight, when the team comes out and Declan Rice isn't in the team, it's then fully confirmed. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. I hope Palace beat Everton. It's gone all right for us, isn't it? Obviously West Brom, Big Sam doing us a big favour against Chelsea, and I literally turned over the Newcastle game as they scored the equaliser. So things are going our way. We're going to be back in the 4th position. And still got to play Leicester, still got to play Everton, still got to play Chelsea, and it's still to play for. But it's to play for in terms of where we're getting to the Europe, isn't it? It's not necessarily making sure we're staying in the league. If we were floundering in the bottom of the league and Declan Rice was out, fair enough. I'd be like, oh my God, this is it. Our world's collapsed because of the ramifications that could bring. This is a nice to have, in my opinion. We never knew he was going to be in this position at the beginning of the season, but that's just me. We're winning the lot, lads. Don't worry about it. There we go. Jobs are. So where's Ricky boy? What we got? It went well. 2 yellow cards, 1 for both teams. Easy for me to ref. 4-1. Good game. Well done. We need the Palace guy cheering us up. Yeah, where's the Palace guy? Where is he when we need him? When we beat Wolves 4-0, my girlfriend missed all the goals being in the loo or making cups of tea. She's going to be banished to the kitchen all day today. Or tonight. We can banish all day today, Nick, but we're not playing till 8:15, so it's going to be slightly tricky, but fair play, my friend. I hope you're well. Hope you're well, Lee. We've still got a great squad. We can do this. Have faith in our boys. Exactly. I don't think a Bonnet is fit, no. Zach thinks we're effed. Season is over. No, he's a complete passenger. We cannot play him. Well, hopefully we won't. We might not be. Who knows? Arthur, I think Arthur's back, isn't he? Well, Arthur's in contention. He played on 23s, him and Yama. I don't think Oggie's back just yet, I don't think. Russ, who would you like to see in the midfield? Fornals. Fornals for me. I'd love to see Fornals, because I think Fornals, and then it means also then Ben Rama could potentially play as well. I think, it's usually one or the other, isn't it? It's usually Fornals or Ben Rama on that left side, but I would literally put Fornals in straight away. I think he is. I think Fornals is a fantastically underrated player, and maybe give Connor a run out. You know what I mean? Connor's playing well, man. So Scott, hope you're on the course again. And it's snowing. I know. I walked down the road today. Walked to do my steps to Sainsbury's and Hornchurch, and it was snowing. Couldn't believe it. What we got here? Someone's donated some money. Oh wow. Where's that come from? Kieran, thank you very much, my friend. Obviously, anything that goes to donate the super chat at the end of the month gets collated and goes to the Iron Sport Food Bank. So appreciate that. Thank you very much. We've still got Lingard. That's a boost indeed. Lingard's back, isn't he? So and obviously the effect he made at the Arsenal game was apparent, and he's going to come back buzzing for the international break. So yeah. Nooggy and Arthur back, hopefully. Yes, good old Stel will be happy, wouldn't he? Phil, hope you're my friend and everyone. What Easter eggs did everyone get? What Easter eggs did everybody get? That's the question. Fornals can play next to Tommy. Decky's 4-6, could be 3-4 crossed. I hope to be positive. Well, we need to have this as a plan B anyway, don't we? Because we've been fortunate in the fact that these two haven't missed, apart from, as I said, 1 minute against Fulham. These two haven't missed any Premier League football. Deck hasn't missed any Premier League football since the season before last. So we need this plan B, which we haven't had an opportunity to do. So we can see in a flip side is with me and my perspective, Pete, you're actually sort of possibly going to be seeing what we can do as a plan B if anyone gets or sent off or suspended. Equally, 5 yellow cards easily to do, or sending off, as we said, our world collapsed when Souček was going to got sent off and he got rescinded. So who knows? James hates international football. There we go. We've got a special guest coming today in a minute as well. So let's talk about the Wolves game. He'd be very happy with the news that Declan Rice is out anyway. So let's see. At least we've got Antonio. Time for Connor to stop up. Pete needs another international. Oh, poor old Pete, the Arsenal man. Oh dear, yeah, 3-0 wasn't great. It will be interesting to see the team line up. Indeed, Simon's on the course again. Have you managed to get some rest? No, never. And where is Flo? Was expecting some Tom. She might be here today. She may well be, but she knows we're going to talk about football, so she's like, but she'll be back for this week. Don't worry about that. I hope maybe. Russ called David and tell him to start 4 hours next to Suchek. That'd be lovely. Yes, apparently he is going to be out, which isn't great. I like to see Coventry, but I'm pretty sure he'll get Noble for at least an half, maybe. Let's do a top Hammers injuries. I'll start with Alan Devonshire. There we go. Yeah, Dean Ashton. Indeed, it always happens with us. Right. Anyway, as I said, we're going to have a special guest. He's come on because he's just known that Declan Rice is probably going to be out for today's game. So it's Wolves fan. It's Dazzling Dave. There he is. Hello, Dave. How you doing, mate?
How you doing, Bruce? Glad to be able to jump on your wonderful channel and support you in some way. So, yeah, great. Looking ahead to the game tonight. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Good news for you that Declan Rice is probably going to be out now, apparently.
Is that right? I've just heard backstage.
Apparently so. That's the not the rumor, but I think it's been confirmed on TalkSport and stuff that he's going to be out for possibly up to 6 weeks now for some reason because he took a knock at the Poland game. So good news for you guys.
That's not good for you, is it?
Not great for us at all. But as I said before, it's not as bad as, like, for example, where you're struggling for, if you was like a West Brom or something like that, and you need your key players and they get injured. This is so where we finish in the league, before we finish in the Champions League or Europe. So it's not bad.
I mean, to be honest, the results went really well for West Ham yesterday. I mean, the Baggies hammering Chelsea, then Tottenham. Again, not being able to hold on to a lead. That Newcastle goal must have been joy to every West Ham fan. I mean, if you do beat Wolves tonight, you'll be back in the Champions League places.
Yeah, I know. I think it's going to be really, really tough. We notoriously never come back from an international break and play well that first game.
We always seem to take us, to be fair.
Oh,
we're pretty much the same with that. We always seem to have a hangover from it.
Brilliant. So it's going to be just two teams, completely none of any continuity. Sounds great. Really, really good game for the neutrals.
I know, but I do think if Declan Rice, because he's having an absolute. I mean, let's face it. I've got to say straight off the top here, West Ham fans, the last 2 or 3 years, it's been tough for you guys. It got quite toxic, didn't it, at one point? And then this season, you've done something that I think every West Ham fan would probably be hoping would happen, and that anticipation. And then every season recently, it's not happened, and the frustration has grown and grown. But this season, unbelievable. Antonio, I mean, he's such a great striker. Every time he plays against Wolves, he just seems to be so strong. Cody seems to struggle, and the game earlier in the season at the London Stadium, where you absolutely took us apart, I think he was very key to that. And I mean, we suffered a very heavy defeat that day.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was very much 2 games were like a purple patch. We played you guys and Leicester as well, and actually we've got you and Leicester next two fixtures. So it's sort of funny how it all sort of works out again. But I think it's gonna be a different. I think it's gonna be a different affair. That was a very bizarre game, that Wolves game at London Stadium. I think coming back, I think, obviously the news that Deck's out, that's a huge blow for us. Huge blow. So it's going to be interesting to see how they adjust, how they cope. My assumption is hopefully they'd have known about this from about Friday onwards, so they can put together some sort of plan of attack. It hasn't just been sort of thrusted on them this morning.
I mean, I think that to be honest as well, for both Wolves and West Ham, the extra couple of days after the international breaks probably helped, playing on the Monday night. I mean, we're expecting, I'm not 100% sure, but we're hearing that Matinho might be out in central midfield as well. So he wasn't on the bench in the last 2 games against Portugal. He picked up a knock after the first 45 minutes in their first of their international fixtures. So he's touch and go. So if he's out, it's who's going to play alongside Neves. I think Wolves will definitely stick with the 3-4-3 formation tonight. We do have Bolly back in defence, which is great news. Rui Patricio seems to have recovered from that concussion he had just at the last game. He didn't go away with Portugal, but all being well, he's going to be playing. But Martinez's a doubt. So it might be Leander Dendoncker that comes into midfield. Obviously, he plays for Belgium. Alternatively, little young Portuguese again. Vitinha had a really good games away in the under-21s. He could potentially come in, or we could move Romain Saiss into midfield. But Martinez's out. It's going to be interesting. I can't see him going with Morgan Gibbs-White. He's just sort of been a peripherally player. Well, we do have Daniel Pedence back in training as well, but I think he'll be on the bench and might come on for 10 or 15 minutes. So I think we'll go with probably Traore and Neto, who's been on fire, 2 assists for Portugal, and probably we'll start with William Jose. William Jose's come in replacement for Raul Jimenez, who's on the way to recovery, but he's played about 9 games. He's not scored yet.
Yeah. But he looks good. He looks quite good, actually. When I've seen him play, I knew of him when he was, because he was always one, some people, like when I used to play FIFA, Jose, he was always sort of like a good cheap one to get. And he's come on, he's looked
he
good.
don't score any goals.
No. As long as he don't score today, Dave, I don't care, to be honest. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. But I think it's going to be a great game. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really, really good. And this, as you said, with Martinho out potentially, and obviously Deck out as well, it's really going to give a couple of people an opportunity to flourish. Hopefully, people who play those positions. So particularly now, if rumours to be believed, up to 6 weeks, that could be almost season over for Deck. So if that's the case, someone can step up. We've got a couple of youngsters, Connor Coventry, who went away with the Ireland full team over the international break. We've got Fornals is back in, so he's back. So we've missed him tremendously. There's those type of players who, when they're not in the team, you don't think, bollocks, we haven't got him. But you actually think he's like when you want those. I call it sort of like, we've had loads, Hayden Mullins and players like that in the past, where when they're not there, you notice there's something missing, but you can't put your finger on it. And that's what Fornals is. He's the guy who just gives us so much energy in that sort of middle of the park. So hopefully he may even take over from Declan, or maybe Mark Noble might come in. So it's going to be interesting. But apparently, apart from that, I think we've almost got a fully fit side, apart from obviously Deck and Ogbonna. I think everyone's back.
What do you think has been the difference this year for West Ham? Because, I remember Wolves last season when we beat Tottenham away 3-2 at their nice shiny new stadium, which is a fantastic stadium, and we were dreaming at that point of Champions League. Then the break came, Tottenham got all their players back, and we fell out. But what's the difference for West Ham this year? Because it's a phenomenal season that you've had.
I think it's team spirit.
Yeah,
I think it's team spirit. I think they've got a really, really. I mean, you see, obviously, I'm still doing the stuff at the game. So I haven't, I've been to all the games.
And you like the announcer type thing?
Yeah, so I do the music for them. So yeah, I'm there, and just you see, there's little things which no one sees. So for example, like, it's silly things, but about an hour and a half before the kickoff, they all go and have a walk around the pitch. And they're all jostling and taking the mickey out of each other, and they're just literally walking around the pitch. And I've never seen that. There seems to be a real sense of team spirit, and the backroom staff, and everyone seems to be in it together. You know what I mean? And that seems really, for me, that's the main thing. I mean, squad wise, obviously we've got Soufal right back, but pretty much the rest of the squad is the squad which finished last season. That's what I'm saying. It's started the transformation this year, and I think you're probably right, because when you're going through all of that, it got toxic at points, didn't it? Yeah. And if you can, I think the fans, any fan of any club, if they can see that their team are giving 157, and that's not just the players, that's the management, the coaching staff, and of course from the boardroom back in the thing.
and you start going in the right direction, you'll bring the fans along with you, and then it kind of perpetuates itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I know there's been a big debate about whether having fans in the stadium has helped or hindered teams. There's certain teams obviously it's hindered, Sheffield United, for example, very much so.
Right there, yeah.
But I think for us, it definitely helped us at the beginning of the season. As you said, it was the close season was toxic, and we'd sold Diangana to West Brom. Mark Noble had come out and said he didn't want to sell him. We had a horrible game against Newcastle, that first game of the season, and with fans there, it would have just amped it all up. But I think with fans being in there now would be perfect, because that's what we need. They need them now. They need them to, like the Arsenal game the other day, we were 3-0 up and drew 3-3. That would never have happened with 60,000 fans there.
No, because it wouldn't have been allowed to happen. I mean, I think that's probably one of your most disappointing results of the season, being in that sort of position. An extra 2 points, because obviously Arsenal are one of those rivals, isn't it, for the European spots for you as well.
Yeah.
For Arsenal, it probably felt like a win, and for you, it probably felt like a defeat. After being 3-0 up.
Exactly. No, exactly. And for me, it's I think that's been the main thing this year. And we unfortunately, ironically, not today, but injuries. We haven't had injuries to our key players. So obviously, I mean, Antonio isn't. He's in and out. He's always going to get injured. But obviously, the fact that Declan Rice and Souček until obviously tonight have played every minute of the game of the Premier League. That's continuity in that middle.
And they get that understanding from playing regularly.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think that's one of the things that's affected us a lot this year, because Wolves does have, and Nuno does like a very small squad. And, the last 2 or 3 years, since we got promoted, we've not had a lot of injuries. And I don't know whether it was because we went quite far in Europe last year. I mean, we literally got to the quarterfinals, late goal, knocked out to Sevilla, and went on to win it at the Europa League.
Yeah,
and then we literally only had 3 days training before the season started.
Yeah,
and it was and I think that's had a big knock-on effect for us. And then losing key players throughout the season, then losing Raul, who basically links everything up. We've really struggled since that point. I mean, I don't think we're going to go down. I think we need maybe another and one more win, and we're definitely safe. And I'm hoping that we can have a rest in the summer, enjoy the rest of the season, and come back strong next season. Because it's been a lot of Wolves fans, as you probably know, fans are very fickle, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you got to look into the reasons behind what's happened this year. And there are certain elements of any fan base that the second they lose a game, they want the manager out. And there have been people this year that have been saying, get Nuno out, which I'm not one of. I just think, that would be madness from where he's took us from. And, we were lower half championship side 3 years ago.
Yeah. Of course, no, you're right. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? I mean, even now, for example, there's obviously, I mean, fans are fickle, but they are. I think at the moment, West Ham fans aren't as fickle as they have been. I think because, as you said, because you've got a team which plays, it seems to be playing for the badge, playing for the shirt. Then we sort of, like when we lost to Man City this sort of a few weeks ago. Usually, we've lost the game. There'd be widespread on Twitter, Moyes out, but they were like, oh, unlucky guys, oh, so close, that type of thing. So I think for you guys, I think last season there was just too many games, wasn't there? Far too many games.
I mean, we started the season, I think it was like a 13-month season. It was the longest season in history, something ridiculous. We started in the Europa League qualifiers, something like the second round, because we finished 7th. So we started. We didn't have any pre-season either. It was all qualifiers. So that's how, in terms of competitive matches, actually competitive games, I think it's probably the longest season ever for a Premier League club.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. And you're right. It must have been, because it's like, I mean, that's the thing now. Obviously, with us, people are going, we've got I don't know. In Europe or Europa Conference or whatever we're in, next season, if we get into Europe, we haven't got the squad to compete. We're already the West Hamness and us are already sort of putting the knockers on the fact that we've done quite well this season. So,
do you know what?
Go on.
Do you know what, mate? I'll tell you what. We thought that when we went into Europe, because we've got a small squad, and we actually did. Obviously, we did really well. We in the end went out to Sevilla, but like I think it's all keeping your key players fit and the Europa matches. If you get a chance to get into even Europa next season, I don't know when the last time West Ham were in Europe, but I went to Istanbul, Barcelona, Turin, Porto, Braga, all these away games. And, you know, the experience of going to these European away days it was magical. But that's why I didn't mind so much we didn't get into Europe this year, because you can't go anyways. But next season, hopefully, if you get in there, you'll be able, because what's the point if you get into Europe and you can't go?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was priceless. Wouldn't change the experience for anything.
No.
It was brilliant.
Not at all. And actually, I fancy, you know, I don't necessarily fancy going to the, you know, the established sort of places. I want to go to, you know, Liechtenstein and, you know, some small little farm village in Liechtenstein and basically West Ham take over the town for about 2 days. You know what I mean? Sort of that sort of fun.
That's what it's like. It's magical experience. Everyone's there, you know, really, really good experience. And, you know, those type of fixtures would be something you'd never do, would you? So it's an experience, and in life you've got to have these type of experience. So I hope West Ham, and I mean this sincerely, I really hope that you get Europe. I think you will. From this point, a lot of pundits have been saying, "Oh, they're going to fall off this, that, and the other." I can't see it. I think you'll get top 6.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, I think. Yeah, we'll see. Find out after today. Find out what the plan is for the rest of the season. Basically, the formation. I think if certain people play in Declan Rice's position, I don't think we'll be there. But if another person plays in that position, I think we will be there. So we'll see. But no, I appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate your kind words, Dave. And I think a lot of people want to see, you know, that sort of monopoly of Europe. Obviously, you guys are in there, and you know Leicester's are in there, and you know it just helps to freshen up the league. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
absolutely, and I do think there are teams within the Premier League now, because obviously the TV money, they can invest a little bit more and stuff like that. You can't break in. It's still difficult to break into that top 4, but to get into the top 7. You've just, I mean, look at Arsenal this year struggling, and you know, I mean, Liverpool again. I mean, there's no guarantee Liverpool are going to even finish in the top.
Nope.
But it's good for the league. I mean, Scotland, it's Rangers or Celtic in it, you know, every single year, and there's a lot of European leagues are like that. But it's good for the teams like West Ham and Wolves and Leicester that can, you know, really seriously compete and on any given day beat, you know, City or Liverpool. We beat City home and away last year, and they were the champions at the time. And you can do that now, can't you? And it's all down, like you say, to that belief in the squad, that team spirit, and that getting used to playing together. And you can beat. I think West Ham can beat anyone on their day at the moment.
Yeah, I think you're right, mate. I think you're right. I don't fear anyone, and I haven't feared anyone all season. I just think, as you said, it's like when you've got that resolve. You know, even when we go down, even when we lose early goals, we've come back so many times this season. You know, so. But it is.
What are you predicting for tonight? Then, what's your score prediction?
Oh, well, I predicted a win until about an hour ago. But I think, personally, I think we might have just enough. To grab something.
To be honest, a lot of the Wolves fans are kind of like that. Couple of interesting stats for you, nice. If your guys like that. West Ham have won 3 out of their 4 games on a Monday night in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But Wolves have only lost 1 out of the last 8 against West Ham, and that was that last that game earlier in the season. So there's a couple of interest. I'm eternally positive and optimist.
Yes.
So. I don't know if any of your guys want to watch my preview. There's some odds on there as well. My dad's on there after this. But in my preview, I've gone, fingers crossed, for a 2-1 win to Wolves. That's where although I'll be happy with a draw.
Yeah. We'll put a link in that so everyone can see in the chat as well. No, definitely. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens then, won't we, Dave? We'll see what happens. But whatever it is, I think it's going to be a good game.
Mate, if you want to come on my extra time show tomorrow night, 7 o'clock till 8. It's a live show. It's kind of like a phone-in show, thing like we have a lot of Wolves fans. But it's great to have you representing the West Ham view on after the match if you can make it.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
7
Yeah,
and
we'll
8
see what we can do,
tomorrow night.
Dave. And we're going to do eventually. Me and Dave are going to do a outside the bubble where we do
West
a
Ham
combination.
11, yeah, the best
We're going to
West
do
Ham
that.
Wolves 11. That's right. Yeah, but like I know, like we've been talking, and I just thought, you know what, I got your email, and I thought, you know, I want to support you, so I literally had a bit of time off to play a bit of tennis after
Very
this.
nice.
Yeah, getting out, playing a bit of tennis, and then I've got my live show. I'm doing a watch along tonight from 8 o'clock.
Brilliant.
Watching,
brilliant.
People love watching me watch the game for some strange reason.
It's the phenomenon, isn't it? The phenomenon of this sort of weird lockdown is the watch-alongs. I mean, there's several West Ham channels who have watch-alongs. I mean, I never do it because there's too many of them, and usually I'm at the ground, so I usually don't do it. But what I like to do is I like to jump on people's watch-alongs and because I'm about a minute ahead. Really, so I like to say, "Oh, there's been a goal," but I won't say for who. And then I was, "Oh, piss off, Russ!" They've got to watch it.
You're one of them, are you? You're one of them. I get that. I normally get a couple of hundred people on a watch along. So it'd be great to see some West Ham fans on there. So we've got a really friendly crowd. All the Wolves fans are on there. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We're very respectful, and it's quite a nice community. Like yours is a lovely community as well.
Brilliant. Yeah, no worries, and we'll put a link to Dave's channel on there. So yeah, again, it's always good to go on and see. I like to go on other fans' watch-alongs when we're playing that team, just to see what they're looking at. Obviously, particularly if we're beating them quite convincingly. So because it's quite fun just to go in,
it is. The reactions are, heading your hands no, or jumping up, and that's what it's all about. As fans, I mean, we're all missing being at the stadium, watching it on TV, wall-to-wall football. It's kind of, I feel like it's a bit like watching snooker now with so much, you know what I mean? You can just have another match on in the background whilst you're doing other things. Obviously, your own game you're invested in, but can't wait till we can get back to the stadiums. No. I mean, I've been to West Ham away. It's a fantastic stadium. The Olympic, which is the London stand. The only thing that I always just feel we're a little bit far away from the ground.
Yeah, that's a common criticism. Yeah, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's as a bowl, I think you can get. You've extended it. It's can get about 70,000 in there. Now,
I think we're going to go up to 60. Well, 60 now. I think we're going to go up to 66, I believe, soon. So yeah, I mean, there's opportunity to move.
Massive fan base, West Ham.
Yeah, it is. I think it's and obviously doing this channel, obviously we interview fans all over the world. So I'm interviewing fans in Chicago, Australia, Bangalore, Hong Kong, New Zealand, and it's like it really does surprise me. It must do for you as well when you're doing your watch alongs and there's Wolves fans from all over the world.
New Zealand, Los Angeles, some guy in a jungle somewhere watching it. I've got Bangkok going on. They're all over the world. They come on. And I do an international fan reaction after the game as well, where some of the guys from around the world send in where they're watching it from. So you can have a guy on a beach, and then the next guy's in the middle of his garden and it's got snow in it, and then some guy then in a mountain range somewhere. It's like, brilliant. And they're all sending their reactions in after the match. It's brilliant.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm licking that idea. It's nice idea. Anyway.
Anyway, I'll tell you what, you should, because literally, you watch any of my international fan reactions, I normally put them out a day or two at a time, so they don't have as many of the views, but they literally can have a guy on a beach, a guy in the snow, someone at night, someone has just got the sun rising, and they all send in their videos, and I put it together, and I call it the international fan reaction.
Great idea. Brilliant, Dave. Well, you go and practice, go and warm up.
I'm going to get tennis, and then I'll be light on the watcher and that, and hopefully you might pop in, and hopefully we can get you on the phone in tomorrow night from 7 o'clock.
Yeah. If I'm I'm trying to see what the current Mrs. Budden's got me planned for, because I'm off this week. So yeah, but if I can, I will be there, Dave. That is for sure, my man. That is for sure.
Thanks ever so much for inviting me to come and join us today, and to all the West Ham fans, fantastic. That you're having a great season. I can't hope that you're going to win tonight, obviously, but I do hope you make Europe.
Cheers, Dave. Cheers, mate.
All right, all the best, guys. Let's hope it's a great game.
You too. Well, that's Dave. There we go. You see, you never know who's going to turn up these things. You might have my daughter. You might have I don't know. Peach, you might have. Dave, so that's why you got to subscribe, because you never know. Good old Dave. Wasn't that nice of Dave to hear? Everyone love. It's funny, isn't it? You interview so many. I have so many West Ham, non-West Ham fans come on. Like obviously, Pete's in the chat now. Pete on poll, he's involved there. We got some Wolves guys in here now. We got Jordy 7 score prediction. What do we think? Come on, let's get some score predictions, guys. What do we think? What do you think is going to happen today? What do we think? And also, back to the normal stuff. What's everyone got for lunch? What Easter eggs what Easter eggs did people get? What Easter eggs did you get this weekend? That's what I want to know. Lingard's going to be a threat, yeah. I think we'll win 2-1. I think I've said it. Yeah, Dave's a lovely bloke. We've tried to get Dave on for ages and to do an outside the bubble. And I said, look, I'm doing a thing on Monday. It's a Monday, so your chances are you're going to be around. Jump on. And he is. And there's loads of lovely comments for Dave. Loads of comments. Yeah, he's a top bloke, Dave is. His channel is Wolves fan, Dazzling Dave. I mean, he's got he's probably 26,000 subscribers. He's done well. I think that channel's been going for about 6 or 7 years. So fair play to him, man. Fair play to him. So what we got here? 2-0. Good old Pete. See, that's what I mean. We've transformed Pete into a West Ham fan. That's what I like to see. Jay Yaz has gone for 3-1. More importantly, Pete had a twirl and a Reese Easter egg. Very nice. 2-1. 3-1 Mintero. Brilliant. That's what I want. I want the score prediction and I want your Easter egg you had. So my one is 2-1, none. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. 39 years. 39 years I've had an Easter egg. Not this year. 39 out of 40 Easters. Nice year. I've got some lovely aftershave instead. Lovely aftershave. Indeed. I did get some aftershave. There we go. I did get some aftershave. And also I got a Terry's chocolate orange, which Flo has basically eaten most of. So there we go. Right, we've got here 3-2, 2-0, 2-1, Suchek and Dawson. Shout out to Dazzling Dave, indeed. Top man is old Dazzling Dave. 2-0 to us, 3-1 to Wolves. If Noble plays, if Fornals plays instead of Rice, 2-1. That's sort of my prediction as well. If we do a West Ham, I'll be very annoyed. 3-2. Of course, Duvet Dance has got some old Jamaican. 5 bars of old Jamaican. Well done. Wolves attack. Wolves attack doesn't scare me. They don't have a great outlet for Scholes in their team. No, but I have. And if Dave's team news is to be believed and Moutinho's out, that's a huge bonus for us. Because he makes them tick. Him and Neves in the middle makes them tick, and so that could be a good one for us. What we got here? 2-2. Hugo Boss Cologne. Very good. All the best Easter eggs are made from a certain kind of chocolate. Are they really? I don't think so. I do not think so at all in the slightest for Hershey's. Thank you very much. West Ham's 2-1. Fair play for Irons United. Irons United 1:30 today, I believe. And I believe they're doing a story. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's about Declan Rice not playing and potentially being out for the season. I've heard some rumours. So who knows? Fortune Mayan, there he is. He's gone for Fabian. His team is going to be Fabianski, Kufau, Diop, Dawson, Cresswell, Souček, Coventry, Bowen, Lingard. Now, I'd love that team. For me, that seems a really good team. That sounds really good. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to. Well, who knows? Who knows? I mean, I don't think Connor. I think he'll play nobody instead of Coventry. I think he will do, but he's not playing as that third man. He'll be playing as that Rice position. And if I put Noble and just get him to literally sit in front of the back four, who knows, man? But gone for 1-1. And what Easter egg did you have, please, Gatesy? They sold out. I was left with mini eggs. Oh, unbelievable! I know. They're just ridiculous. And I bought Jo, I bought her this Marks and Spencer's G&T one, gin and tonic one. Tastes fucking horrible. honestly, she was moaning, but she wanted this thing. And I was like, yeah, I got it. Ugh, it's horrible, absolutely horrible. Mo needs some Easter eggs. There we go. So you did get some chocolate and aftershave. Done well, I know, but I didn't really get. I mean, the chocolate. Yeah, I received it as a gift, but have I eaten any? No. Flo's eating it, and I don't know where Flo is. She did come. I did say I was going to do a bit of a preview about the game. She was like, "Oh, you're going to talk football? I'm not coming down." So Team Fluss will be back in the house tomorrow, hopefully. So that's good. American chocolate, the taste of feet. It does. Apart from Giardelli. Giardelli is the only. And actually, I've got a Frankel bag here. Well, let's see. Oh, there's some boxes. What we got here? I'm not looking. Right. We've got today, Frankel, Milk Duds. I didn't get any chocolate. I haven't had any chocolate yet, so I'm going to have a Milk Dud. For those who don't know what Milk Duds are, they're like, in Revels, when you get I hate Revels because you just can't take the risk. You could get a coffee one or an orange one. But you get the caramel ones, it's like a whole box of them Milk Duds. They're sort of like that, and they're just caramel with chocolate around them. Who are they made by? Please don't tell me Hershey's. Distributed by the Hershey Company, Pennsylvania. Oh dear. I think I've just said I liked some Hershey's chocolate. But it's not really chocolate. Honestly, there's practically no chocolate there. It's all caramel. Really gets in your teeth. Decoration play. How can you say such blasphemous stuff, Russ? Indeed. When was the last time he didn't play in a Premier League game? Someone must be able to find that stat. It wasn't last season. He played all of last season. And obviously played all the Premier League games this season. So it would have been 2018-19. I'm sure that should. What have we got here? I had half a cabbage cream egg. Rock and roll. Hate cabbage cream eggs. Hate them. Make Creswell captain. Why not? Craig Dawson. Make Dawson captain. Who knows? Do you remember Rolos, Russ? The best. They're a bit like Rolos, but in terms of the consistency. What we got here? I know Hershey's Company. Haha. Yes, Hershey's Milk Duds. But that's the thing. They can't do it in proper chocolate. They can't do it proper chocolate, but they just get their little fingers in all the good stuff. Shut the channel down. Hershey scandal. Unbelievable. I know. Absolutely unbelievable. I've done my steps already today. Very good. After the Liverpool game 2018-19, Charlie believes. So fair play if that's the case. We're not going to put a video up tonight. Won't be a video today because it's match day. There'll be loads of previews and stuff like that. So tomorrow we've got another Noble Era. I've put together G and H together because there was only 3 Gs. There was only 3 Gs in West Ham. So it's G and H tomorrow. So episode GH, which is good. We've got, who else we've got coming up? All the usual stuff as always, we have during here. And also we'll have hopefully some ex-hammers, hopefully some good ones this week, because obviously I'm off this week, aren't I? So I can do a lot more interviews. And we've booked some nice ones in for later on in the month as well, some cool ones. So plenty of stuff as always, guys. I've got, just loads of stuff. All over, people from all over the world. Cream eggs are awful. They are indeed. Do you know what I reckon it is? It's the consistency of the fondant. That's what I don't like. Do you like McFlurry cream egg? Nope. I agree, Pete. Way too sweet for me. It's literally that fondant. It's just literally sugar in it. Gin and Hedges. Don't understand, Luke. I do apologise. I don't mind. See, you don't like the cream eggs, but you don't mind the McFlurry. Unbelievable. Last match Declan missed 20 that was normal, isn't it? It says, no, it's not American dates. 12th of May 2019, 3-0 win over Southampton, injured. So that's literally less than a month not 2 years, but 23 months ago, he last didn't play in the Premier League for West Ham. That's mental, isn't it? That is mental. So he's had a fair run. I mean, it could have come at it could come a lot worse time. It could have. Could you imagine if he came back from restart last year and was injured, and then we weren't in the Premier League because of it? So who knows? Who knows, my friends? Who knows, my friends? But yes, so we'll have a Hammers, West Ham, Irons United in about 15 minutes. So I'll jump off in a bit, and so you can go for a wee, have a I don't know, a hot cross bun. I haven't had one actually. I might have one today actually, a hot cross bun. I haven't had one yet. Lasagna tonight. Mrs. Budden's cooking her lasagna. Those of you who are friends of the channel would know that. She cooks one thing, and that is a lasagna, which she's cooking tonight. I made a point of her cooking it I did the mince. So I've already cooked the mince. So I've cooked the mince for you. All you got to do is just cook the rest of it. So I'm looking forward to that tonight, which will be good. And just before sitting down a bit lasagna, watching the game. Obviously, we've got the guys. We've got the throw them hot cross buns in the bin. There we go. I went to McDonald's there last week, ordered one McFlurry. They gave me an extra one for free, so I gave it to a homeless person. Top man. Ooh, I love a garlic bread. No, I don't put garlic bread with it because literally I'll eat the whole lasagna, and the garlic bread just is extra space. It's wasting, and because it's bread, it fills you up, doesn't it? So I'm looking forward to that tonight. Yesterday, Easter Sunday, we had just a bit of roast chicken, jacket potato, and a bit of what's name, a bit of salad. Very nice too. As Gacy said, give it a like, give it a share. If you haven't seen, over the weekend we put up 2 Just the Woo of Us's. Yeah, that's the plural, isn't it? One with Charlie and Athers, which was really funny. Really, both funny, but that was a right giggle. That was because obviously it was almost like Friends reunion. I was like bringing the band get back together. It was like when Robbie Williams comes back to Take That. That's what it was like. Charlie and Tom back together. And then on Saturday we had Corey and Dennis, who I love because they're just complete different sides of the spectrum to each other, but they're really good friends. Good. It was a good episode. So make sure you check them out if you've got something to watch today. There's bugger all on the telly. Do you know what I mean? It's bugger all the telly. So just go through and watch them, and go and watch Irons United in about 12 minutes. Jake's probably still on. He'll have a show. Gatesy will have a show. There's loads of stuff to it. Gatesy does more shows than bloody EastEnders at the moment. So check out Fulsham Iron because there's plenty of stuff to watch there. All good stuff. Gates is into his quizzes now. He knows how to do it, so that's good. What's your jackets? Oh, that's a good question. We'll do that as a question as well coming forward. I'm a very simple man when it comes to my jacket potato, cheese and butter, and I've started putting a bit of sriracha sauce on top. Nice. I could eat a lasagna the size of a small hatch. Yeah, me too. Honestly, I love a lasagna. So I'm looking forward to that tonight. I saw Trev yesterday in Clapham on my way to Uncle's. Trev, Sinclair, Brooklyn. Which one? Which one did you see? There's lots of Trevs now. Trevor Morley, but I don't think he's in Norway at the moment. So could be a number of people. Russ, you unleashed a quiz monster. I did. We'll also hopefully we'll have the lunchtime quiz on Thursday. We might do it a little bit earlier, just to let you know on Thursday, because I was going to see my old man. I haven't seen him for like not as a year, but could have been. No, I saw him in the summer when we had that little break. But so yeah, so it may be about a little half hour earlier. It may not be, but just keep an eye. Obviously, Friday we'll do our Friday fun day. We'll do the quiz and then all that stuff. So loads of stuff coming up. Games night. We'll have games day. We'll have Team Fluss. Tomorrow might be hashtag Ask Flo, where you can ask Flo questions about me or whatever you are. I don't care, whatever. But we'll have a gig or whatever. Sunday, turkey and all the trimmings. Nice. Trevor Sinclair. Oh, good old Trev. Charlie goes for bacon, cheese, and a wee bit of buffalo sauce to spice it up. Just a little bit. I've got into sriracha. I don't know why. I bought it the other day. I thought I'd try that. And it's really nice. A bit of mayonnaise as well. I've really got into it. Jacket potato, tuna mayo, and lots of pepper. Nah. Fish in it, hate fish. I think we'll get some traction with it. We will get the paid version, get more than 10 players. Exactly. No point spending all the money till you need to use it, man. But it's good fun, isn't it? It's good. I like a quiz. It's a good quiz, isn't it? Something to do. I can't complain. The more quizzes, the better for me. There, you, Charlie. Indeed. Cheers, Russ. Just had pizza. Well, there we go. Right, I'm gonna stop now because so you can go for a wee. Jake can finish his pizza. Kent can finish his chicken biryani, whatever he's going to have, and then hop on and watch Anton. It's going to be Anton because it's all planned. It's like already planned, so it's like. So I imagine that's what you know. So he will be at 1:30 to talk about. I don't know if you heard about Declan Rice. Some rumblings about Declan Rice. But anyway, watch that. Russ, are you at the stadium on Sunday? Yes, I'll be there. I'll be there as always. Cheese, butter, and beans. Flo likes cheese and butter. I'll have a quiz. Good. What pizza? Pepperoni. I know everyone's just worried about that. I was going to leave it on a cliffhanger and do that tomorrow. But anyway. Okay, buddy. Cheers, Butters. No one's called me Butters before. I like that. I used to be called Badon because I was quite like clever, like a nerd. Badon. Barrel was another nickname I had at school because I'm shaped like a barrel. And when I used to score tries, I used to sing "Roll Out the Barrel," which is quite a lot because I was very fast. I used to run for England. By Russell. My daughter is called me Chunky Russell from Happy Campers on Channel 5. Because apparently I look a bit like him, but I don't really think. But my old man told me I did. So, Chunky Russell. Can't go wrong with the classics, indeed. But anyway, take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Come on, you irons. Do you know, I look like such an idiot. Am I doing it the right way? I don't know. I've been doing it wrong all my life. Come on, you irons, and I'll see you again tomorrow. 3 points. Don't worry. Cheerful Craig is here. We're going to win. We're going to get a victory. And then we're going to go back to 4th, aren't we? Yes. Come on, you irons. Thanks for joining us. Have a nice rest.